What is going on, everybody? We are live, 305 Rider. How you doing, Sarita?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You ready to look at some of these 2023 colors?
Yes.
And we got some big news with some new bikes coming up. It's gonna be fun. So let's have a look here. We already did a review, a video announcing what all the colors were. We're now getting our first look at these things. They all went up on the Harley website yesterday. I actually saw all these that we're going to show right now. They are already, a lot of them are at dealers. So I already got some photos. I'm going to share some of those. I'm not crazy about all of these. These aren't all that, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. So let me bring up here my little Chrome tab, and we're going to start with the Sportster S. And I'm going to talk about the sport bikes here. So here we have the sport bikes page. You can see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome. So here you see it's only the Sportster S that's listed on the sport bikes. So what happened to the Nightster? So big reveal number one, there's a special Nightster coming. So the Nightster is not on here right now. And I'm going to show a photo of that in a little bit. But this is the Sportster S for 2023. It comes in 4 colors, gray haze, which I kind of like. The billiard blue, I'm a little disappointed in not just this bike, all the bikes. I don't like it.
It kind of reminds me of Honda's blue.
Yeah, it really, really does. And I'm going to show you in a little bit. Actually, let me just bring it up now. The Road King in this color. Well, let's do that when we get to the Road King. But I got to tell you, I'm not impressed by this blue in person. On here, it kind of looks all right. But like I said, we don't have the Nightster here, and I'll show you why in a little bit as people join in. But there are three, I think 3 or 4 new bike things that we found out in the last few hours that are pretty cool and exciting, including a really cool bike that's coming back and a brand new bike to the American market. But we'll talk about that here in a bit. All right, so let's move off the Sportster S, which we already saw. Let me get to the cruisers, the good ones. Just so you all know, if you all haven't seen Sarita's video, I'm going to link it down in the description. She is one of the regulars on my other channel, which is a dating channel. If you're interested in that, it's J&J Dating Dynamics. But she also does have a feature video here on 305 Rider. She's riding her old Honda Rebel. She now has upgraded. She rides a street bob now. How do you like that street bob?
I love it.
It is awesome, isn't it? I love my street bob. All right, so let's look at these cruisers. You still see the 22 Softail standard here. Let's look at the street bob in the new colors. And I get these ads. I gotta really get one of these ad blockers for Chrome. All right, so we have the red line red like we did last year.
That's my bike.
That's Sarita's bike. It's a beautiful bike. We also have, of course, the black with the orange, which is my bike. And new this year, we have the industrial yellow with cast wheels. I kind of like this. I like black and yellows. What do you think?
No.
You don't?
I don't. I just don't like the color yellow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a personal preference, right? Guys, if you have questions or comments, please put them on the chat, and we will get to them, okay? Let's see. All right, so that's the street bob in the yellow. Let's move on to the, come on now. There we go. Fat bob for 2023. That's we're getting our first look at these. I haven't actually seen all of these yet.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, we got the gray haze. I kind of really like this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this chrome cap here, but
they should have made that a different color.
That should have been blacked out.
Absolutely.
Like this other side. You don't put a chrome cap here or here. You should have kept, well, whatever. It's not that big a deal. I guess they want people to buy the, Harley tends to do that. They'll put a piece really out of place so that you're kind of forced to buy the primer cover. All right, we also have it in red line red. I kind of really like this too.
I do like the red, but I'm biased.
You are biased with your reds. And as always, we have the black. Vivid black. Vivid black comes every year on every bike. That's the one color you can always count on Harley having for every single motorcycle.
Mhm.
So let's move on. We're going to new motorcycles, cruisers, street bike. Let's look at the Lowrider S for this year, which I saw the STs in person, and they look really, really cool in white. The one thing I don't like about them is that they kept the copper wheel, and I get it. That's a distinct feature of the Lowrider S.
Mhm.
But I feel like with the white, and then you have this chrome fork here, and then the black, it's like too much happening right here on the wheel.
They should have picked one.
I think they should have blacked it out, the wheel.
Yeah.
I think it would have looked really cool, but I still think this looks good. Or also, what would have looked cool is if this Harley emblem here had been in the copper. Also.
Oh, that would be really nice.
That would have kind of tied everything together, because it does have these copper rocker box cover things here and the copper wheels with the accents on the engine. I think that would have really tied it together. And of course, the Vivid Black, which we've looked at 25.
I actually kind of like it better in white than in black.
I actually do too. It's different. It's different. And you'll see the ST. It actually looks exactly the same, just with the other fairing.
Mhm.
All right, that's the Lowrider S. If you guys want to see any other bike, put it on the chat, and we'll get to that bike right away. Let's see here. Where were we? Okay, cruisers, Lowrider S, Lowrider ST. Yeah, we'll see the same thing. I think the ST looks really, really good in white. Check it out. White sand pearl.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. It's got a lot of good black accents. Again, the copper wheel, I'm not completely sold on, but that you can always change. But it's a distinct look for the Lowrider S, which I can understand. But personally, I would have blacked it out. Like if I bought this motorcycle, I would have my wheels blacked out.
Yeah.
Probably in the same matte black as the exhaust pipes here.
Mhm.
What do you think of the ST?
I don't like the saddlebags. I think they look very awkward.
Oh, they are removable.
Yeah, I know. I just.
Not your thing. Wait, weren't you gonna put saddlebags on the street, Bob?
I am. I just haven't. Functionality wise, I need saddlebags, but the
Right.
aesthetic I do not like.
Oh, you just don't like these particular saddlebags.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, couple housekeeping notes before we continue, guys. Let me bring these up here. We are sponsored by Cardo Systems. If you need a Cardo headset for your helmet, go ahead and use promo code 305Rider for 10 to 15% off. Send with bosshelmetsusa.com. Use promo code 305Rider, get 10 to 15% off. That depends on which item you're purchasing. I think if you purchase the more expensive items, you'll get the 15 or something like that. But go ahead and support the channel by doing that if you'd like. Let me bring that off here. Okay. We are going over the 2023s, and we do have some bike announcements coming up that should get people very, very excited. If you're watching this not on the recording, I'll put it in the chapter markers when you can just skip to the bike announcements section, which we'll do here in a minute. We'll run through these pretty quick. The Fat Boy stays with its chrome. The bright billiard blue, again, I'm not crazy about this.
I just don't like the blue with the black.
Yeah, to
I
me
think
it just doesn't mesh.
The chrome looks fine. It's just the black that throws it off.
Yeah, and you're gonna see it really, really well with the Road King. It's not. I'm not crazy about it. Now this one I really like, the gray haze with the silver.
Mm-hmm.
This one I think is about a lot more classic. This doesn't include any anniversary colors, by the way, that are gonna be shown off on the 18th along with the CVOs. 18th of January, we are gonna be simulcasting that live from Peterson's Harley Davidson, and we'll get live reaction to all the new colors. But I really like this version of the Fat Boy. I think the grays and the silver go really well with that chrome. And yeah, I really like it. And I've been critical of the Fat Boy before since it went away from the iodized aluminum to all chrome. But in this color, I really, really, really like it.
I think the blue one would look fine if you gave it a white seat.
Let's see that. Blue one with a white seat. You know what? That would actually kind of tie it together with the engine. Yeah, I can see that.
It would just get dirty.
Yeah, it would get dirty. You have to keep those clean. I've seen a few white seats in bikes, and they do. You gotta really keep those things clean. All right, I think we're going to look at the last of the cruisers here in the Heritage Classic. And this one does have a few variations, because you also have the blacked out finish and you have the chrome finish. Now, this is the Prospect Gold with black finish. I saw this gold in person. You're going to see it in a second. I really don't like this.
Looks like mustard.
Yeah, this is supposed to be an anniversary color. And I really, I got to tell you, I do not like this color. I think Harley could have done a lot better with this. I think at the very least, if the pinstriping had been black, instead of this, I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's like a red. It would have been a lot better. But let's look at these real quick. Here we have the Atlas Silver Metallic with the chrome finish. That's kind of a classic look. Nothing really new there. The Bright Billiard Blue with gray in chrome finish. I am not a fan of this motorcycle. I got to tell you, this Bright Billiard Blue has really disappointed me, personally. I was expecting something a little more eye-catching, something with a little more pop.
Mm-hmm. I think the logo should have been blue. It looks like it's too much gray in that one spot.
Yeah, I think they could have done something there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here's the black with the black. By the way, the black with the chrome also.
Black with black looks nice.
Yeah, black and black. The Heritage is such a classic bike. If you black it out, it's beautiful. Then there's the Prospect Gold we already saw, and then the black and gray with the black. The blue and gray with the black. I think this looks a little better than the chrome version, but still, no. I mean, especially with this chrome accent here on the front fender, it just doesn't really go for me. What do you think?
It'd have been nice to see the chrome on the front blacked out too.
I agree. All right, let's before we do the touring bike. Well, should we do the touring bikes? Just knock them all out, because I do have some photos to show when it comes to that. So yeah, let's do that. Let's bring up the touring bikes here. Let's share the screen. Chrome tabs and All American Touring. This is where we start to get complex. So let's start it off with the Road Glide. Boom. Now here they're still, hang on, because here they're still listing, I don't want to look at these. Here they're still listing the standards, which are not going to be, I don't even know why they're here. They're not going to be a part of the lineup. So let's start with the Road King Special. The Road King Standard is gone completely. Bye-bye. No more.
What?
Yep, all gone. All right, so this is, I kind of like this. This is the Road King Special in the industrial yellow blacked out. I really like this bike.
I like the bike. I don't like the yellow again.
Yeah, I know you don't like the yellow. Now, okay, here I'm going to bring up the first of the photos. This is it in the billiard blue. I do not like this motorcycle. I don't know if it's too dark. That blue doesn't just go with the black for me.
It just reminds me of Hondas.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
And there's not enough, like there's just too much going on to make the blue worthwhile.
Let's look at an actual photo of this bike, because this one's already at the Harley dealership here, and I wanted to show that. So let me just share my full screen. Share that. All right. Here, can you see that photo? Okay,
it's a lot brighter than it looked.
It is, but keep in mind, this is underneath a lot of fluorescent lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, here we see it up close. I still don't like the combination.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I think I have a photo of it in the sunlight. Let me see over here. Maybe not. Now, we'll come back to all these. But yeah, this is the Road King Special in the bright billiard blue, which, you know, it's a personal preference. If you like it, great. But I personally, it's just not for me. So let's move off that and come back to, actually, let me just go over all these photos here, because we're going to look at all these bikes here in a second. This is the Road Glide Special in that Prospect Gold. Like I said, in person, this color doesn't do it for me. It's like a little too dark. Like you said, it looks like a mustard almost. and it's just really not for me. This next bike that I'm going to show you, it's a real. Actually, let me come back. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Let me come back to the website, because this bike, where is the Grand American Tour? Did I close it? No. Okay, here we go. Let me come back to this real quick. So this motorcycle, talking about the Street Glide Special. Let's look at the colors first, and then I'm going to tell you the real miss for this. So we start with the Baja Orange with chrome finish. And this is one of the ones, is what?
Florida.
Very Florida, sure. But this for me is a real miss. This bike should never have been in chrome. This needs to be a blacked out bike.
That would be so nice, blacked
It
out.
would be. It would be, and you're gonna see it in person. It just does not look right for me. Let's see, guys. Let me make sure the chat's good. All right, guys. If you have any questions as we go along, any comments, please drop them in on the chat. If you're watching after the fact, please comment down below. And if you come in, please hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. All right, moving on here. We have the gray haze with chrome finish. This is kind of a standard, Harley color. Last year we had a bit of a lighter gray. This year we have the chrome with the darker gray, the gray haze. And we have the billiard blue with the billiard gray. This bike also is a miss for me. You're going to see it in person in a sec. I don't like it. For me, this gray and this blue don't really kind of go together. And with the chrome, it just kind of throws it all off. Then, of course, we have vivid black with black. Here we have what's that?
I like this one a lot.
This one I like a lot. Maybe, you know what? I think maybe I'm just more of a blacked out guy. Maybe you're in that same boat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of chrome, but I think some of these colors would have looked amazing, especially the Baja Orange would have looked amazing in a blacked out finish. I was told that, come on, it's not available, but this is the Prospect Gold with the blacked out finish. It looks nice, but I think this should have been the Baja Orange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this Prospect Gold does it for really anybody. At least nobody that I've talked to yet. Again, we have the gray with the blue with the blacked out this time. And here's another color that initially I liked. When I first saw it, I really liked it. And I'm looking at it like this, I really like it. But I'm going to show you a detail in a second that I really don't like about this bike.
I think it would have been better if they flipped the colors.
That could have worked, but I'm going to go back to the in-person photos here. I'm going to show you something about this bike that really, really just does not work. And full disclosure, I am slightly colorblind, so maybe things look different to me. Yeah, I know, but it just is what it is. All right, so here is the Baja Orange with the chrome. And again, this should have been a blacked out bike. 100%. This orange, I really like it, not with the chrome. Now let's go to that. Yeah, here it is again. You see it in a little bit better lighting. Let's go back to that yellow. So here it is, the Street Glide Special in the black and yellow. And the real mess about this bike is this photo here. Why is that pinstripe red? Am I crazy here, or that red just really looks out of place?
It doesn't look great. That's why the last year's colors too, there was some that had like the red and orange outline around, and I was just like, I don't like it. Yeah,
I think these pinstripes, I don't know. And, you know, they have the technology to just make it a clean break between the blue and the black and the yellow. I don't know why they wouldn't just do that. But this red really, really is a miss for me. And you see it here also, you know, in a bit of a side view. The red pinstripe there is just really out of place. See, I look at the fender here where I don't really see that red, and I love it. But then I know that red pinstripe is there now, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Here is in person the gray with the blue. This is a road glide, but it does come in the same colors. You know, it just doesn't do it for me. And to be honest, none of these two-tone combinations this year really did it for me. Here's the Baja Orange again. Not
If they would have blacked that out, it would sell so
yeah,
well down here.
this bike blacked out, that orange with the black, like, and you can see it up here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but
Yeah, I do.
yeah, you can see it up here. The combination of the black and the orange is really nice. If they have blacked out that engine, I think that could have been a winner. Here you see the yellow again. Here's the Road Glide and the Street Glide ST in the white sand pearl. See here, now you can notice that pinstripe. Not, like I said, I love the yellow with the black, but not with that red in between. It just doesn't look right. All right, let me see if there's any more photos here. Okay, going back to that Road Glide. What colors? What color's that pinstripe?
It's like the
maroon.
Burgundy,
maroon. Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, the pinstripes are really out of place this year. I don't know what happened.
If they would have made it more red,
yeah,
and gone for like the patriotic
route, yeah, here the red could have worked. Absolutely. Let me see here. All right, here we see the Atlas Silver blacked out. This is the Street Glide ST in the white sand pearl. I think it looks really cool.
It looks nice.
Yeah, Atlas Silver, Street Glide Special. So some of these are really, really cool. Especially the solid colors, I think a lot of them are a win. Here you see that combination in the STs with that white fender, with the copper wheel and the blacked out engine. Again, the copper wheel kind of throws it off for me, but I get why it's there. It's a staple of the lowrider of the ST line. And again, I don't know if we saw this one already. Here's that mustard gold looking thing. They call it the Prospect Gold. For me, it doesn't do it. I don't think it cuts it at all. All right, let's take a look at a couple more bikes here. I don't think there's anything on the touring side that we need to keep looking at. Let me see. I keep clicking on the wrong things today. Let's see. Share. We're going to show the Chrome tab. We're going to come to the Street Glide Special again. So again, here it looks really cool to me. But then I see that red pinstripe. No, not for me. Let's see if there's anything else noteworthy on the Grand American Touring. The STs, let's look at the ST. The Ultra Limited's coming pretty much the same colors. So I'm not going to go over each one of those. Let's look at the Road Glide ST in the black as we had this year, and then in the white sand pearl.
Oh, the white looks nice.
I think this looks really good. I think the white sand pearl was a good hit for the ST line this year. I guess, and I keep going back to it. If I bought this, I would probably black out this wheel, but other than that, I think it's very clean, very nice.
The only thing is like the windshield looks a little awkward to me. I feel like it's angled the wrong way.
Yeah, maybe this photo looks a little weird.
You see what I mean?
Most people that end up getting the ST, they end up getting that shorty windshield, especially on the Road Glide. But yeah, it looks kind of awkward in the photo. Also, you never see this clean a division. The windshield's actually a lot darker than this. Gotta remember these photos, sometimes they look a little wonky. All right, let's take a look at the Adventure Touring real quick before we get to the big news of the new bikes, because that is where the fun begins. And this is a short stream, but it will be good news. I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be happy with what the news I have. All right, Adventure Touring, the Pan America Standard is going to come in vivid black. Pan America Special is going to come in a bunch of colors this year. And there is, by the way, this isn't, well, no, I'll reveal that here in a minute. All right, let's start with the black, as always. Very, every year for Harley. We have the gray haze with the cast wheels. I think this looks pretty cool. It's a bit of a darker gray than they had this year. So then we have the industrial yellow with the white sand and the cast wheels. This looks cool. They've been doing a version of the white front with a different color tank every year. They did the orange when they launched it. They did the blue last year. This year they're going with yellow. That's kind of cool.
Reminds me of Brahms.
Reminds you of what?
Brahms colors.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that. And then we have the same variations of the bike with the laced wheels, which these laced wheels are really cool. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like spoked wheels, but they're kind of crossed. They're really, really cool. If you see them in person, they're worth a look. So, yep, that is the Pan America. All right, let's get to the fun stuff, yeah? And guys, if you want to go back over anything, just hit it, put it on the live chat, and I'll go back and take a look at whatever bikes you want. Okay, so big news number one is there is a 975 variant of the Pan America coming. It may not be announced on the 18th, but that is coming. That is confirmed, and that's made to compete with the Hondas and the BMWs of the world, which not all the adventure touring bikes are 1250s. A lot of that market fluctuates between the 900 and 1000 level. So Harley's going to bring down that lower version of the Pan America to compete with that. Which, you know, makes sense. They already have the 975 Revolution Max engine for the Nightster. Why not have it for the Pan America too? All right, let me get to the good slide. And this is going to make a lot of people happy. All right. This is an article from motorcycle.com from yesterday. Okay. So we see, let's first talk about the Nightster. The reason we didn't see it is because the Nightster's coming in some special colors. This is the Nightster Special. This should be announced on the 18th. Okay. This is not the official color, but it's a rendition of that the magazine did. I don't know if this is a leaked photo or what it is, but it looks kind of cool. The Nightster is a new motorcycle that, from what I'm hearing, didn't sell all that well yet. So they need to do something with it. And we are expecting a lot of new Sportsters coming up this year. So Sarita, I don't know if you want to downgrade to a Sportster from a Softail, but
Nope.
Okay. But anyway, first big news for 2023, there is a Nightster Special coming. We should hear about that. Next news, and I've gotten so many Instagram messages about this, and I really want to get into this. This is the 2023 Harley Davidson X350 RA. Now, the X350 is a bike. Let me bring up an actual photo of it. Is a bike that has been available in the Chinese market before, and I think it's going to be made available in the Indian market. In the Americas, they're naming it the RA, X350 RA. It is hang on, I got the wrong thing here. Again, it is a 350 parallel twin engine. It's not a V-twin. It's not a regular Harley engine. And no, this bike is not going to replace the old street bikes. And I'm going to talk about why in just a second. But this is an actual photo of it right here.
Are these going to be used for the courses now?
Exactly. That's what I wanted to touch on. Guys, these bikes will not be made available at dealers. You will not be able to buy one of these. The RA stands for Riding Academy. These are only going to be used for Riding Academy, and dealers have been told once these bikes go out of commission, they're not going to be sold as used motorcycles. They've been told to discard the motorcycle. I have confirmed that with the dealers.
That sounds so wasteful.
It really does. It's kind of weird if you ask me, but I don't know what's going on here. This is a bike, like I said, for the Chinese market. Let me bring back up the article so we can keep going over it. But like I said, this bike will not be available for purchase. This bike is only for the Riding Academy. That's what the RA stands for. Actually, I have a printout here straight from Harley Davidson. This is their little internal employee website. And it says, we are pleased to announce the Harley Davidson X350 RA, a new motorcycle that will be used exclusively by U.S. Harley Davidson Riding Academy dealerships as early as 2023, replacing the Street 500 model. The Street 500 model is an older 2017, I think, 2018 model that didn't really sell well. It was Harley Davidson's entry-level bike for a while. They stopped selling it. They used it for the Riding Academy, and nobody seems to like it. I took my riding course on a Street 500, and it was a horrible experience. That bike is not suited for anything. This bike is supposed to be a little bit better for people who are learning. But like I said, guys, this bike will not be made available for sale in the United States. If you want to buy one, go to China, go to India. But I've gotten 27,000 Instagram messages about this bike. Hey, what do you know about this bike? It's coming out. Looks cool. It's for Riding Academy only, guys. You may be able to find one in a year or two. Some dealers may not listen to the order to discard them. So some of them might be out there on the streets. I don't know. But that is what we know about that bike. Now, the big one, the exciting news for 2023 is that the Breakout is back. The Breakout is back, and we will see it on the 18th. Now, I don't know if this is the 2023 Breakout. I doubt that it is because it looks exactly like the 2018 Breakout. But the Breakout is back. That is a bike that a lot of people were angry that Harley did away with. I worked at Harley in 2021 and 22, and people would come in looking for that bike. And the bike remained available in Europe, but not in the United States. Nobody really knows why, but it's back. I can see them bringing this out with a 117 engine, making it a special anniversary edition type of bike. And I'm really looking forward to this because this was one of Harley's best bikes when it was out here. Did you ever get to ride a Breakout?
No, I didn't.
These are really cool bikes. They have more of a chopper feel. They're very low, but the angle on the front forks is a little bit steeper. So
that sounds perfect for me.
I don't know. It's not an easy bike to handle because they had that huge 240 rear tire, and that's one of the things.
So low.
It is lower, but that's one of the things. It's very wide, though. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things people really loved about it was that fat black tire. In a lot of ways, this is the bike that kind of replaced the V-Rod at the time. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be excited that it's back. I'm excited that it's back. I'm going to definitely go take a test ride.
I want to ride it.
Yeah, I'm going to go take a test ride of it. Let's do a video, you and me. We go to the dealership and we test ride it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, let me click off this photo here. How do I click off this photo? Oh, okay, that's the Breakout. Also, this is a rumor. I personally have not confirmed this, but the suspected icon model is the Electric Glide Highway King, which in this photo, the Electric Glide Highway King. We all saw the Revival Edition from 2 years ago. This kind of looks like a Road King version of that, almost. Did you ever see that bike, Sarita? No. Let me find you a photo of it. Electric Glide Revival. So the Electric Glide is gone for this year. But all right. Let me share this tab. So the Electric Glide is gone for this year. But I can see them bringing it back in a icon version like they are there. The Electric Glide was kind of used to be the entry-level touring bike for Harley for a long time. And then, they started coming out with the Street Glide Special, Street Glides and all that. But this was the Electric Glide Revival. I don't know if you ever saw it.
No, actually, I don't think I've seen that bike.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It was a limited edition run. They only did about 1,500 of them.
It has a white seat.
It does have a white seat. You see, it's that iconic old school seat. This was actually very popular. It was very hard to keep this at the dealers. But so then we look at, and now I have to go back. This changing the tabs thing is kind of annoying. So now we kind of go back to the article from motorcycle.com that came out yesterday. And we see it's kind of the same paint job, same badges, the Electric Glide Highway King, which to me looks like a version of the Road King. Because it doesn't have that fairing. It's got that classic windshield. So this may be an option for all those folks who are angry that the that the Road King standard is gone and there's no more chrome version of the Road King, maybe this is an option for you. Mind you, I think the price point on this is probably going to be way higher. So we'll see. Now, I do want to say, obviously, right here it tells you discontinued models. The Evo Sportsters are gone, the 48 and the 83, the Electric Light, the Road King are gone, etc., etc. The 107 engine is gone. Here shows the Road King Standard, which is gone. On the 18th is the big announcement, quote unquote, worldwide announcement of the 120th anniversary motorcycles. There will be, like I speculated before, a Fat Boy anniversary edition. They always do a Fat Boy when it comes to the anniversary bikes. And then we're gonna find the CVO models. We're gonna find out what the colors for this year are gonna look like, which should be pretty cool, given that it's an anniversary edition. There's a lot of expectation on these CVOs for this year. If they miss the mark like they did with some of these colors we looked at earlier, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna tell them exactly what I think. I'm gonna be live at the dealership too. I'm gonna tell them exactly what I think. So that should be a fun day. And I'm gonna link that video down in the description for anybody who wants to watch. I'm gonna broadcast it live, and we're gonna react live with some of the folks from the dealership. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, let me unshare here. All right, that was a lot of information, guys. I'm gonna try to do chapter markers in the description. So let's recap. We saw some of the colors, first looks, some actual photos. We have the Nightster is not listed on the website because it's a special edition of the Nightster coming, and we should find that out on the 18th. We have the Breakout making a comeback in the American market. We should find that out on the 18th. I can really see, I'm going to try to confirm it before it happens, but I can really see a 117 engine going into the Breakout. I think that would be really freaking cool. Then we have the, what else? CVO colors. We'll find that on the 18th. Oh, and the X350RA that is coming to the American market is currently on the Chinese market. That motorcycle, guys, is only available for riding academies. That will not be available for sale in the United States. Okay, just to reiterate, that's it right there. That is only for the riding academy. You will not be able to purchase one of these. Dealers have been told to discard the bikes when they are no longer useful. So they will not be sold as, why do I have Mike's Instagram scrolling along the bottom?
I have no idea. I thought that you had a reason.
No, I didn't. That was supposed to be your Instagram. I actually changed that earlier. I guess I didn't save it. My bad. But anyway, if you want to follow her on Instagram, Sarita35 with a double A. And I will put your featured video down in the description. You and I need to do another video since you did change bikes. You changed from a Honda Rebel to a Street Bob. And it is an awesome Street Bob. You got a photo of it? Can you put it up to camera?
I don't have a photo of it on my laptop.
Who doesn't have a photo of their bike?
On my phone.
So bring it up on your phone. Put it up to the camera. People don't, it's whatever. Just show us. Show us.
Scroll.
Anyway, guys, hit the like button if you just joined us. You can rewind and look back. We went over most of the new colors, saw some live photos of them. They are available at dealers now, the 23s that don't have changes to them. The Nightster is not available yet. Red pinstripe is horrendous, says NJ Garage, New Jersey Garage Guy. I 100% agree. There it is, the red Street Bob for Sarita. We're going to make a video on that bike so y'all can see it. It is a gorgeous little bike with a gorgeous girl on top of it. You can't beat that, right? But yes, New Jersey Garage Guy, I agree. The red pinstripe, especially with the yellow. The black and yellow, I had a lot of hopes for that. I saw a photo of it, and I loved it. And then I looked at it up close with that red pinstripe. I'm like, what is this? That does not mesh well. So thank you for your comment there.
I just wish they didn't do the pinstripes. Because there was bikes last year that when I was looking for my new bike, I loved the way it looked, but then the pinstripe ruined it. Like the burgundy, I love the burgundy. But then it had like an orange pinstripe or whatever the color pinstripes were at the time, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, they do that a lot with the Heritage. They do that a lot with the Fat Boy, obviously the Road King and the Street Glide. But that yellow and that black looked really good together. and then they ruined it with that red pinstripe. I gotta say, even the gray and the blue, it could have worked out a lot better without that burgundy pinstripe in the middle of it.
Yeah, that should have been a red pinstripe.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, any final thoughts?
Nope.
No? You like the colors overall? Not happy? Happy? Waiting for the CVOs? Let's see what happens.
I want to see the CVOs.
Yeah, me too. Those are going to be cool. Like I said, that announcement happens on the 18th. There's a lot of expectation around it. Anniversary, 120th anniversary CVO editions should be pretty cool. If they're not, I'm going to call them out on it. Again, the Breakout is back. Hit the like button for that because people are going to love that. Breakout is back. I can't wait to see that bike. That makes me happy. That's a happy one. That's a happy one for me. There's a special Nightster coming, which is why it's not listed on the website. And for the 2,700 of you who messaged me on Instagram about the X350RA motorcycle from Harley Davidson, it is coming to America, but it will not be available at dealers. It is only for the Riding Academy. Okay? Only for the Riding Academy. But with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all for watching. If you would, please hit the like button if you haven't yet. We're going to thank Sarita. Thank you so much for joining us, my love, as always. And that's going to do it. That's it, everybody. Ride safe.